we waited for ages, and then it was cool. Critter and me cannonballed in from the balcony. Ivo was torn between outrage and laughter. Tickle, tickle, tickle. No problem. Now you go and wait on the Mary, okay? Lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum. I don't want to assume that they don't have a book on it here, but even if they do, it won't mention where it is. Explorers and treasure hunters have been looking for the city for centuries. I nearly got arrested once because of a flower like that. I didn't know why they're forbidden almost everywhere. Top hat might... I've never really understood why it's all dragons are... What I'd really like to do is go up there, give the old boot a slap round the face, and get Ivo out of this place. But Ivo's mother is a powerful priestess. She's probably got a dozen ways she could incapacitate me without me even noticing. I have to be careful. It looks like she's asleep. But her father said it's more than just sleep. Time's standing still for her. Ivo's mirror. When I was here, her fat bird sat in front of it most of the time. The Oracle... This is going... Why did she suddenly put Ivo to sleep? Could that even be the reason? Cheep Cheep, Ivo's bird. We don't get along. He's a puffed-up rooster. And he says the same of me. Maybe I can lure the queen onto the balcony, grab Ivo, and... No. Where would we go? It was his job to keep... I wish he'd done the same. Her mother... I have to... Bob said that... When we found out, we had to stop... The Oracle is... I have to convince her.
Off again. Neat. Gotcha. Monks. Monks. Shaila. Escutos. Escutos. Mary.
Hello, Critter. Everything okay with you and Captain Nate? That's good. You just look after him for me, won't you? It always worries me when he tries to act the hero. That's good. It always...
A fishing rod? Nah, too obvious. A fishing rod? Hey, Critter.
Huh?
You take over for a bit. I've got some thinking to do.
Neat.
Go over into the garden. Don't fancy greens, huh? Go over into the garden. There are plants and fruit there. Don't fancy green. Away we go.
Honey.
After everything Ivo told me, Seastone is a no-go at the moment. Better that we're not seen there without the Archmage. His human version, I mean. After everything, better that we're not seen there with his human version, I mean. I met Critter in the Northlands. Nice people up there. Penguins, mainly. That's the desert where Lorem Ipsum must be. Wait a minute. I must have a more detailed map of the area somewhere here. That's the old oasis of Bremen. Ivo's father set off westwards from this town and reached Lorem Ipsum at some point. The problem is, I don't know how far west of Bremen the ruins are. The area is large, and if I'm unlucky, the ruins are completely covered in sand. The Umzu Desert isn't all sand. There are stony mountains, gorges, and salt lakes. The one thing they have in common is that it's darn hot. That's the problem. The area is large. And that's the old oasis. Ivo's. The problem. The area. The Umzu Desert isn't all sand. There. Away we go. I met Critter in the Northlands. Nice people up there. Wilbur comes from around there. Mainly just... After everything Ivo told, better that we're not his human. Cast off.
Houston.
Nope, me neither. I think we all know who's responsible for that.
Put it up.
Nope, I don't need to moor the Mary. She holds her position herself. You stay here. Prepare the cannons, and be ready to rescue me if necessary.
Faccione, Luca.
Give me the damned elf immediately!
There's no damned elf here. Get lost.
When Ivo told me about Seastone, I could hardly believe it. Even if the power of the brat's sorcerer grandpa is concentrated in the... It's a powerful kid's magic that can force grown men to sit at tiny tables. Fortunately, I'm immune. An unhealthy, artificial-looking, oversweet, fatty parody.
Hey, what are you doing there?
I'm, admiring the fine delicacies.
Those aren't for you. They're for my guests. If you want to take part, I'm gonna have to make you pretty first.
No, no, that's all right. I'll keep my hands off your guests' food. Colorful cloths. They don't seem to fulfill any purpose, apart from being... Not much escaped the brat's magic. This hammer is one of the lucky few. That's the third biggest flower I've ever seen. The flower is too pretty and smells too good to just be left alone. That's wrong. Impressive, but wrong. Lady Van Buren, I assume.
Yes? Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Wayne Schlegel from the Seastone Life and Accident Insurance Company.
What do you want here?
There was an accident here. A pirate lost an eye. Now he has to wear a wooden leg. There was clearly a problem in processing the claim.
There's no one here anymore. Apart from that damned red pirate and the elf he's hiding.
Elf? What elf?
A thieving elf! She robbed me while I had to deal with the rest of her kind.
You've been to Elfborough? I heard it's supposed to be very pretty at this time of year.
We couldn't get in. Protective charms that not even my little darling could do anything about.
What a shame.
And then I go back home and find I've been robbed by that damned elf and her mob. They will suffer the consequences.
You seem to have considerable magical power at your command, madam. Why don't you just magic the elf out of there?
If it were really so simple, do you really think I'd be wasting my precious time here? That red scoundrel threatened us! Us! He has a magic weapon in there! Ancient, divine magic, which even my Chantal can't do anything against.
Perhaps I could go in there and talk to the red pirate. I'm an insurance salesman. No one would dare do anything to an insurance salesman.
That's true. And every hour that I waste here prevents me from taking care of the transformation of the country. Go in. Convince that old scoundrel.
What you've done with this island is very impressive, Lady Van Buren. Just like in Seastone, you and your daughter are a real asset to this land.
Thank you very much. Politicians so seldom receive the thanks that's due to them. One works tirelessly for years on end for oneself and one's friends. And do the electorate thank you for it? No.
Sad. Very sad. And you're sure the elf's here?
Of course! She flew here from Seastone on a magic hippogriff. We followed her trail to here, and there are no indications that the hippogriff has flown on.
Then I may take my leave, Lady Van Buren?
Yes, yes.
I'd better not speak to her.
Stop! Stop right there!
Whoa, whoa, easy does it. Put that thing away.
Mate? Have you seen what they've done to my island?
Let me guess. You've redecorated, so the pirates that fled come back.
Oh, it was that little brat and her mother. Turned up here saying I should hand over the elf.
And you explained politely that the elf is no longer here and that unfortunately you can, as such, be of no help.
I kicked them out. Then they started transforming my island. They would have got me too if I didn't have the head.
I see you were at least able to rescue the statues.
Statues? They're my friends. Tell him. Friends! I brought them in here long before them witches came. A man shouldn't be alone. Isn't that right, Martha? Right.
Yeah. I've even heard of people who went mad because they had no one to talk to.
Can't happen to me. I've got friends and things that are on the up. Friends?
Van Buren's convinced that Ivo's still here. I'm supposed to persuade you to hand her over.
I'd do that at a drop of a hat. That elf is in league with dark forces. She was trying to drive me crazy. Do you hear what she said about the invisible force that determines what we do?
Van Buren isn't going to believe that Ivo's not here.
You've got to get that old bag off my island, Nate. You have to.
I'm here because I need the spirit compass.
What? Not because you missed my company?
And because I've missed your company, but mainly the compass. A friend of mine won't find their way out of the realm of the dead without it.
I don't care about that. It's my compass. Right, Pierre?
Right.
You see?
How about I get Van Buren off the island, and in return you lend me the compass? You'll get it back in one piece.
You get rid of them both, mother and daughter.
That's the deal.
William, what do you say?
It's stew today.
Ah, good old Bill. All you ever think of is food. All right, Nate. If you get those two monstrosities off my island, I'll lend you the compass for a day.
Deal.
Deal.
Our deal stands?
Aye, you chase those two horrors off my island, and I'll lend you the spirit compass.
That's what I wanted to hear. I've got to go.
See you later.
See you